Out of him, I'll about over the no TV, so best so like a document and subscribe to the channel. Now, Allotey Jacob. Nowadays, same be able to jar our deco ball, Aquama, Yimra, Haruna Iddrisu, yet my education sector, no, Abashan SCCA, in our share. Haruna Iddrisu, I am an education minister, which I know to just because Haruna Iddrisu, dear, I will say better education sector, Mom Ashens, and I know. And Allotey Jacob chair said, Haruna Iddrisu will be a potential candidate for presidential candidate ama NDC. No, some members of the party so and say Papa bit my bear flag bearer and ama NDC to the sofa pan be so. Niger Papa no be fishing a bear bar. Ghana for no. Allotey Jacob.
Those of us in opposition, we know more things than those of you in government. So if you ask me, I can tell you all of you where you are going, but you don't know. That is how it is. When I know Ama Kofibua is going to land. Yeah, you are going to land. Are you scared? Nobody will stop it. If destiny has it for you, you will get it. Why are you scared? Kwame Abuja is going to roads and highways. Yeah, we know Ahmed Ibrahim is going to local government. And a lot of you will remain at the back bench.
Honorable Leader. Honorable Minority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, Honorable Achampo, Mr. Speaker, he has done so well. Yes. I will be surprised if he's not sent to the Ministry of Finance as deputy. I will be surprised. I will be surprised. And Dr. Apak is definitely going to education as deputy education minister. Mr. Speaker, we know. That's why I know Honorable Ayarega is going to assume the black chair. And his deputy is my good friend Kweku Rickett. Because yes, Kweku is going to be the deputy minority leader. And Mr. Speaker, once again, majority of them will remain at the back bench.
Honorable Minority Leader.
Anyway, Mr. Speaker.
The issue before the House is whether the adjournment should be on the 16th or 21st.
That is so.
With all due respect.
Mr. Speaker, my good friend Honorable Abuja, he knows the practice of the House. You can't just come to the floor to make an announcement. You know it. You normally engage. Now you see, Abuja, you see. Mr. Speaker, Abuja today is begging me. Mr. Speaker, Abuja is begging. Mr. Speaker, the firm put the incoming chief whip. You see, you are coming. We know you are coming. Mr. Speaker, Kwame is begging me. What he did to me when I was there, Abuja Pani. Mr. Speaker, time changes. I won't do that to him because I know 2020 now I will be there. So, Mr. Speaker, I will be magnanimous. I will oblige him. Consult me. I will oblige him.
Honorable Minority Leader, did I hear you say 2039?
No, Mr. Speaker.
I love that.
Mr. Speaker, where you are, you cannot join the debate. Mr. Speaker, I said, Mr. Speaker, I said 2029.
Haruna on one side, Johnson Asidu Ketia on the other side, and President Mahama in somewhere. When Iddrisu Haruna was removed from Parliament, and Kwesi Pratt described it on Good Morning Ghana as a very strange thing to happen, the removal of Iddrisu Haruna. He described it as very, very strange. He said it here on Good Morning Ghana. And it was thought that there was some issue between President Mahama and Iddrisu Haruna or Asidu Ketia. But President Mahama visited Iddrisu Haruna in Tamale, and the photographs were shown, and NDC communication was in a hurry to show those photographs because it was indicating, it was helping them to show that there's no problem between the two. Now, those who are speculating the problem are stoking the fires tonight. They are stoking the fires because they say that Iddrisu Haruna's appointment as Minister of Education is in keeping with President Mahama entrapping Haruna Iddrisu so that he doesn't rise up to become presidential candidate of the NDC. See what Allotey Jacob put up. Let's read it, and then we can get into the speculation. Okay, so Allotey Jacob put up a post and said, I was informed. Those of you who don't know who Allotey Jacob is. He's a former member of the NDC, a principal actor in the Professor Mills administration. He was on the ECG board, and it's speculated that he sort of marooned his way through the ECG board because he was very close to Professor Mills at that time, Allotey Jacob. Since Professor Mills passed, both he and Koko Anyidoho have fallen go about how John Mahama plans to use you, Haruna Iddrisu, to cancel free SHS, nursing and teacher training allowances, and teachers' professional allowances just to jeopardize your presidential ambition. Ever since you disagreed with the executives of your NDC party not to campaign on the grounds that Ghana doesn't need a Muslim president, you and Honorable Muntaka have been tagged and stigmatized hugely within the party. For the sake of your presidential ambition, of which John Bull knows, he accepted this proposal of appointing you as the education minister, which was proposed by the executive of the party. Free SHS cancellation was a big threat to your party's campaign, but they were miser to campaign on maintaining its implementation, of which you and I know won't happen. Nana has always been against the payment of nursing and teacher training allowance. This current government wouldn't hesitate to cancel it within 6 months of being in office. Be strong, be bold, and publicly condemn any attempt to make you unpopular by resisting their attempts to cancel free SHS, nursing training and teacher training allowances, and the famous professional teachers allowance and data allowance. Don't fall for the hashtag something agenda. So, viewers, this is what we'll be doing for a while. As political journalists, maybe you are very used to this, and it's quite exciting. Now, this is Allotey. I don't know how close Allotey Jacob is to Iddrisu Haruna. I don't know whether he wrote this letter publicly because he doesn't have a relationship with him to get him to see it, or maybe he has sent it to him and he's also sending the public. But this is something, food for thought, that we're going to look at as Iddrisu Haruna mounts the chair for the vetting. That will be the most interesting vetting, because the big question is going to come. Where is free SHS? That's a big question that's going to come to Iddrisu Haruna. Have the food stuffs got to the students? I've seen pictures on social media where they say that the buffer stock, the food that they got that was coming in for some farming is now going to free SHS. I've seen that on social media. So ACP Agozo, who also holds a PhD, was acquitted and discharged by the court in the treason trial. Now, he is writing something about the Inspector General of Police, Dr. Ekufu Dampare. Let's have a look at it. Get me back the Kofi Boakye thing again. And we have not talked about Kofi Boakye, have we? Kofi Boakye's appointment has come out, hasn't it? It has come out, and he's been appointed as the Director of Operations at the Presidency. So you get me the Kofi Boakye cartoon, and then we'll go to, yeah. So congratulations to our friend COP Kofi Boakye. Kofi Boakye has been appointed as the Director of Operations. We were speculating that he will be going to Interior as Minister, but it turned out that under the new rules, as it were, COP Kofi Boakye will remain at the Presidency, remain with President Mahama at the Presidency. They are very good friends, we know that already. And so they remain at the Presidency, and he's there as Director of Operations. And Ekufu Dampare's fate is yet to be determined, but whilst we are waiting for that, ACP Agozo put something out. Let's see it. So he says, Benjamin Agozo writes, the elevation of DCOP Abdul Usman Razak as National Security Coordinator exposes the hypocrisy, pettiness, and lack of integrity of IGP Dampare. Let's read. The recent appointments by DCOP Abdul Usman Razak, a serving police officer, as the National Security Coordinator has sparked a lot of discussion among commentators. Among others, some commentators were warned